Hi, everybody. It's Vicki with Mindful Minute. Today's reading is from Until Today, and the reading is from December 21st, which was yesterday. Here it goes. I will know peace when fear no longer determines what I do not do. How long have you been living with fear of being hurt, being abandoned, or being rejected? What have these fears motivated you to do? More important, what have they motivated you not to do? When you live with the fear of being hurt, it is difficult to experience peace. When you hold back in fear of being abandoned, you will not find peace. When you move through life with the fear of being rejected, you also avoid the peace of love. The average human being will go to any lengths to avoid the experience of being hurt. Hurt takes on a totally different perspective when you are afraid of it. In order to protect themselves, there are people who will not indulge in personal contact or closeness. Some of them will go so far as to strike first, hurting others before they can be hurt. When you are afraid to be hurt, you can spend a better part of your lifetime on the lookout for hurt, expecting to be hurt. There is something you must remember. What you expect, you usually get. You cannot experience the fullness of your authentic self or life when you live to avoid hurt. You will never know the joy of love or the peaceful satisfaction of being loved if you hide from hurt. When hurt is the focus, the heart closes. When your heart is closed, your mind fills with every idea about hurt, every belief in hurt, what hurt can do to you, and how hurt happens. Get out of your head. It is your fear of hurt that is destroying your peace of mind and your chance to be loved. Until today, you may have believed that if you could avoid being hurt, you would live a peaceful life. Just for today, consider all of the life, love, and peace you are missing out on in your attempt to avoid being hurt. Today, I'm opening my heart to the fullness of life and love with no expectation of being hurt. And wowzer, this was my life. And sometimes still can be. The fear of rejection for as long as I could remember has always been a debilitating fear of mine. And I think it's played out in many, many, many different relationships, not just love relationships, but for sure in love relationships. And I think it's hard to hear this stuff, but it's also okay. It's a great reminder for me today to stay open, to stay, I don't know, that being in fear it hasn't gotten me very far. I've opened up a bit over the years. But I can't lie, the fear of being hurt is a real thing, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, whatever it is. I mean, I was an atheist for quite some time, and before I came to recovery, and I'm pretty sure that was because of fear of being hurt, by this, um, you know, this entity that was supposed to love me unconditionally, and fearing that, I kept that the beauty of the the love that's actually inside of me. um, I closed off, and I wasn't able to fully give ever. And I am really grateful to finding recovery, because I actually found so much more than how to quit drinking. I found the beauty of love and life, and confidence in myself, and self-love. And that took some time, and it's a journey. All of these things that used to plague us don't just immediately go away when we start working on ourselves. In fact, when we start working on ourselves, they tend to pop up a lot more. And I think that's why I used to self-destruct so much, because I didn't want to be hurt. And if I wasn't able to think, or, if I could check out, then I wasn't getting hurt, you know? And I was kind of hurting myself, so nobody else could hurt me. And it's a wicked cycle that we get into. And then it's not just with people that have gone through those struggles with substances. It's also people that go through just everyday struggles in life, right? It's scary, and we all still have that part of our brain, the fight or flight. And I remember when I was in a relationship, and I started off the relationship really, really well, I think. um, Everything I told, I always talked about deal breakers. That's a deal breaker, and that's a deal breaker, and that's a deal breaker. And I think that's one of the reasons, because I was always waiting for the shoe to drop or for something weird to happen. And that's one of the reasons why it didn't pan out. And I also think, I mean, that's one of the reasons, right? There's a lot of other reasons, but I think that the ability to keep my heart open and learning how to love myself more and more has been on the radar for this whole year. So I'm just going to keep trying that, and I hope you do too, because you are all worth it, and it doesn't have to be so hard. And most of the time, we hurt ourselves more than anyone can ever hurt us. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and that you have an open heart and a loving heart, and that love comes back to you, and know that you are worthy and you are wonderful, and that your life can get better with a little bit of work on some of these things that plague us, that trip us up for 46 years. Just kidding. Probably started when I don't know, probably not when I was first born. Um, but I am grateful you're here. Have a wonderful day. Peace and namaste.